Hey, good morning. Welcome to today's morning meeting. We've got some really cool information for you today. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your real estate business. And today we're going to talk about some old school ads, some marketing campaigns that worked very well back in the day, and they're still working very well today. And I've actually got a whole bunch of examples. You want to know how old this is? Newspaper ads. How well do newspaper ads work? You've heard me talk about before, when it comes to marketing, it does not matter what media you use. What matters is the message that you use. So you've got to have a message to media match. However, if it's a good offer, newspaper works for a good offer. Postcards work for a good offer. Billboards on the highway work for a good offer. Radio works for a good offer. Television works. None of those things work if you have a bad offer. If you're just advertising a picture of you, if you'd like to buy or sell a house, call me. That's not going to work for you. Was going through some old boxes here, looking in my what I call my swipe files, marketing campaigns that have worked over the years that we can continue using. Many of you know I was a licensed realtor in Columbus, Ohio. Became one of the top realtors in the country. And I've got a lot of my old school ads here that worked very well. I used look how sexy I was back in the day. Look at that. So this was, let me tell you how long ago this was. This was July 8th of 2004. Can you see that there? I don't know if it'll focus in for you there. Maybe. There we go. 2004. But check this out. So what we would do, we had full page ads we would run. By the way, this still works today. You can still utilize it. You can do newspaper, but there's all kinds of media that you can use. Don't worry about the media itself. You know, you're going to hear somebody, oh, people don't read newspapers anymore. That's why we're making millions of dollars. So anyway, this is a full page ad. This is an article about me written by Greg Luther. And then here are a bunch of properties for sale. I always carried 20, 30, 40 listings, whatever. So we would feature some of them down at the bottom there in all price ranges. Lots of different approaches we utilize, including the descriptions we had on each property that would get us more sales. But that's an example of one there. The city I was in is called Gahanna. So Gahanna Realtor offers exciting new program. And I would talk about the new programs I had. This was almost 20 years ago, doing the perfect home finder. We called it the dream home finder back then. Here's another article in the newsletter or in the newspaper. This one here was up in the upper corner, as you can see, how your home could sell for more money. And it was literally a letter. Can you see that? It says, "Dear home seller, I know your home is your biggest single investment in life. And when you sell it, you want top dollar. What if it were all possible to sell?" So this is like a really good, well-written article that is just a sales letter to homeowners. And we picked up a lot of listings from this. By the way, what I'm showing you right now is what a top producing agent that does hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of deals, the offers that are utilized. Doesn't matter if you do it on a postcard, or you do it on Facebook, or you do it on YouTube, or you do it on a newspaper. The media does not matter. If the message is good, you're just getting eyeballs to see that message. So if they were driving down the road and they see a billboard, as long as the eyeballs see the message, that media did its job. Okay. Here's another one. I used to have 3 Hummers that we ran all over town. And we had our information on there. We had a couple other cars that did wraps and that type of thing. But here's the cool part. So this was an article written about me. So the newspaper was always doing all these articles on me. Look at this here. What a standing ovation looks like on paper. And this is all kinds of testimonials from all of my clients. So they're doing all these articles on me here. Let me zoom in where you can see this. You see that right there? Right there. Can you see that? This stuff works so well. You know, one thing that still to this day works well. So like you're familiar with classified ads, right? Classified ads have always worked well. They're online now. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You know what that is? Literally classified ads. The classified ads work so well. I would take out a full page ad The bottom section was all classifieds, and every one of them was me, because this is just my full page ad, but it looks like classifieds. Literally across the top, it says homes for sale. And then I would have all of my, how to sell your house without an agent. That's how I got for sale by owners. How to move up to a larger home. Attention local homeowners, get access to unlisted properties. Here's a home in Westerville Schools, not yet openly marketed. Here's a free, quick, over-the-net home value. Here's how to buy a home with no money down. Investing or marketing for mortgages was much different at this time, right? Costly mistakes to avoid before you ever buy a property. So all of these, every single classified ad went to me. I got the lead. And I also did some editorial style over here, 27 tips to drive up the sale price of your home, 10 questions to ask before you hire a real estate agent. You know how long ago this was? March of 2004. Almost 20 years ago. Been doing this for a long time. And by the way, selling real estate, I make a lot more coaching realtors, but a couple million a year ain't bad. There's an awful lot of agents that wish they could get to that point. Here is what a standing ovation looks like on paper. Okay. So again, this is testimonials from all of my clients, tons and tons of closings we were having. I don't recall exactly because it's been a long time ago, but I believe this was over like a 30 to 60 day period. This is from September of 2004. Okay. And my team was so successful that I started, like, the coach I had at the time was saying I needed to promote my team and talk about how big my team is and all of that. There's that sexy picture of me back when I was young and handsome, and my hairline was like all the way down about right here back then. But this was my team right here. That was it. I'm trying to get my fingers right. This was my team. 2 people and myself. This down here was the admin at the place. This was a transaction coordinator there, and this was the broker of the office. I had to put other people on there to look like I had a team because I didn't need to have a team to sell hundreds of properties. It's not needed when you have systems and processes and good marketing campaigns. You don't need a team of 5 or 6 or 8 people. I'm just trying to make it look good. I'm putting the freaking office broker and the office admin on there to try and make it look like I've got a big team. They're technically on my team. I guess your home inspector is on your team. Your title rep is on your team, right? Your lender, your appraiser is on your team. But that's how we were doing this. Here's another example here from 2003, an editorial style where I was going after move up buyers, moving up to a larger home. Okay, so I was going after move up buyers. And again, it looks so much like an article from the newspaper that they literally had to put paid advertisement on there. That's what that says in the corner. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says paid advertisement. Here's another one here. Controversial. Ooh, this is controversial. This is like clickbait back in newspaper days. Thinking about selling your Gehenna home? Think again. Probably not going to happen as tough as the market is right now. So the reason I'm bringing this up is a lot of what's happening right now in the local real estate market. We've been there before. We've done this over and over. There's a million ways for you to get attention, for you to get leads, for you to pick up buyers and sellers, but it's going to come from you spending the money that's needed to market yourself. Don't be prideful that all of your business comes from past clients and referrals. That means that your business sucks. It means you're barely at 6 figures a year gross, which means your net is really gross. You have to promote yourself the right way. So there's a million ways to do it. Many of you know, I can promise you, if you met me through Facebook. Facebook is huge right now. These ads work on Facebook and have for decades. It's the same type of stuff that we've utilized because universal offers with very good systems and processes will, in fact, get you closings. Now, of course, there are thousands of things we've done to update, to upgrade, to get with the times today. Facebook literally, I don't believe it existed in 2004. If it did, I certainly wasn't involved with it. That might have been the MySpace days. I'd have to check the dates on that to see. But it's literally 2 decades ago. There are adults that are younger that weren't alive in 2003, 2004. A lot of these, the kids these days talk about how old I am because I was born in the late 1900s. Damn, that sounds old, doesn't it? I was born in the late 1900s. But this is something that when you understand marketing and you're a student of the game, I have swipe files, postcards, magazines. You can remember the magazines that used to be like at the Chinese food restaurants and things like that, at the grocery stores as you're walking out, newspapers, Craigslist ads that still work today, Facebook marketing campaigns. All of these things have been massively, massively profitable, but it's of no use if you're not promoting yourself. If you're sitting at home and you're a professional student and you're just trying to learn stuff all the time and you're consuming everything and you're on webinars and you're checking out reports and you're reading books and you're doing all of this stuff, it's masturbation. You got to actually go out there and do it. You actually have to implement for you to become successful. So my message for you today is get serious about promoting yourself in whatever way is needed. Offers will work. They're evergreen. They're going to work forever. These things have been working. They're going to continue working. The save 15% on car insurance in 15 minutes, that thing will work 20 years from now, just as it did 20 years ago. But you got to have a good offer. You got to have something that's attractive to the prospect. Maybe I'll show you some of this. I think I said some of. Maybe I'll show you some of this stuff over the next couple of weeks. I have literally crates of this stuff. What do they call those plastic storage totes? I have crates of this stuff, magazines and Realtor Mag articles where they wrote up things about things I was doing. You're familiar with the 30 under 30 and all of that stuff. I have just totes and totes full of this stuff. I'd love to show you some of this. So those of you that are following here on the morning meetings, maybe we'll cover more of this. I'll show you how it's been updated or upgraded to today so that in 2023 and beyond, you can utilize that same approach yourself. Make sure you are following the YouTube channel here and you turn on notifications. I think they call it ring the bell. If you ring the bell, that lets you know, it'll let you know on your phone or your desktop every time that I do have a new video posted. But a lot of these things have made me millions and millions of dollars. And I always found that the less I promoted myself, the better that I did. Promote your service. But anyway, this is something that can make a big difference for you. We'll be talking a lot about that. There should be some descriptions down in the, there should be some links in the video description below. Look for the video description down here. It'll show you some links on some cool training that'll help you in growing your business. So anyway, kind of a blast from the past, a little nostalgia stuff here. Literally 20-year-old newspapers. I promise you, these newspapers used to be white. Now they're that off yellowish kind of looking stuff because they've been in a tote for 20 years. But man, I've got tons of it. And even the stuff that's working today, if I start to demonstrate some of that for you, I think you're going to find it very helpful. Let me know your thoughts about this. Am I better looking today than I was last year, 20 years ago? Will these ads still work today? Let me know in the comments down here. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that stuff that worked 20 years ago in a newspaper or something like on an 8-track, you know, something that was probably 40 years ago, but on things that don't exist anymore, do you think that a sales message on a cassette tape could work today if reframed for today's market? Let me know your thoughts down here in the comments here. I'm curious. So anyway, appreciate you joining us today. Go out there and hustle. Look at your marketing campaigns. See if they are on point and if you're generating the amount of business you're looking for. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Luther, and bye-bye for now.